Hello, and welcome all to another episode of the Spooky Horror Show podcast. I'm your host, Sean. I'm joined by Anthony.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be talking about the 2025 holiday slasher, Hard Eyes. Remember, before all that, if you'd like to support us on YouTube, you can like, subscribe, and leave a comment. All of that helps us with the algorithm and engagement. You can also follow and rate us on any and all podcast services, which also help with visibility and charting. Links are in the description below. Now, with all that out of the way, Anthony, we've taken a break since season 4, where we watched a bunch of what ended up being a bunch of really shitty movies.
Those are the thumbnails ones, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So, I'm building up the media server. I'm getting very much into home theater shit. And I know you won't be able to see it right now because I'm not sharing my camera, but you'll be able to see it later in the podcast. Oh God, it's so fucking heavy. I picked up an AV receiver to start building out like a whole big home theater surround sound system.
Nice.
I picked it up off Facebook Marketplace for $85. But besides that, we had tornado warnings. I think I've talked about that in one of the trailer reacts that we did. The roof was fine. Like, we didn't lose any shingles or anything. It was out like a week ago and just doing stuff in the garden, which is growing like fucking crazy. Just cursory glance at the back roof of my house. That's like the office, bathroom, laundry room, and everything was fine. It was normal.
Dun dun dun.
A couple of days ago, I go back out. We had been having a problem with just the power in the office going out.
Okay.
But what we found out was when the power in the office goes out, it shuts off the internet, and that sucks. That's why now the modem is hooked up to like a backup like power supply thing from EcoFlow, and the thing's awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's like a millisecond. The second the power goes out, the thing fucking stays on. But what we found out is the breaker for my office controls the lights in my office, which is just the one ceiling light, the outlet over by my closet, the outlet over in the corner that the modem is like hooked up to, that is also hooked up to my computer, but it also goes to one of the outlets in the kids' room that his computer is hooked up to on top of his TV.
Your house isn't that
his
big.
Xbox.
Why is there a lot? That's a lot
Thank
on
you.
one. Your house isn't that big.
It's not done. It's also hooked up to the outlet in my bedroom that has the TV and sound
more
bar.
than a 15 amp breaker on that.
So it's been constantly.
And your house is like almost like a perfect square. There's no reason that there's that many on there.
So we were looking, it's like, well, fuck, I can't really do anything about it until I have the money to do like a full rewire. So I have to look at how to like stop it from happening, because it's like to the point that the only thing that'll be on in the office is the air conditioner to keep the room kind of cool, and the media server, and then like the modem. Like, that's it. Everything else is turned off, and the power was still going out in the bedroom. I found that there's an outlet in the kids' room that pretty much isn't used by anything. It's on its own separate breaker. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid. And it's in like this out of the way thing where it's like nothing can really be plugged in because it's such a small fucking area.
You can probably reroute that.
So that's what I did. I rerouted all his stuff and it hasn't happened since. But I was like, fuck,
there you go.
Maybe some of it is like, maybe there's like water getting in.
Wrong.
Well, I was thinking like maybe water's getting in to the back roof and everything, since like all the electrical is there. And I go out and I look and I notice that a couple of the shingles in the back are moved. So I climb up and I go and look. Whoever did the roof before I bought the house fucked it up so bad. There's no fucking what is it? It's a step. What's it? It's like the
Shingle?
No, yeah, it's like kind of like a step shingle. It's basically like a sheet of like steel or just like metal that's like angled in a 90-degree that like you put there to stop water from coming through. That's not there.
Oh, plenty of people do that.
There's no there's no
runoff,
like the rubberized crap that you would put there, like the membranes. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
The person that did the roof before we bought the house literally just like angled shingles,
and that's it.
So it moved and you can just see straight in. So I was like, that's just fucking open. So I had to call a bunch of roofers because it's a holiday weekend, can't fucking come out. So I was like, I'm gonna have to do a patch job. I've done patches before, the fucking roof cement, the roof fabric and shit to make sure everything's all solid and everything.
Yeah.
So Saturday, I go up and I start patching the roof. And I was like, I should go up there before it gets late in the day when it gets too hot. We're already hitting like 90-degree days, mid 90s to high 90s. So I was like, I need to go up earlier to make sure. So I'm up there and I'm doing it and I feel fine. It's whatever. A little bit later, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of sweaty. I should drink water. So the wife gets me water. I start drinking the water. Once I start drinking the water, that's when I start sweating like crazy. That's when I know something's wrong. But I'm like, I have to get this done because there's supposed to be severe
like
thunderstorms like the next 4 days. So I want to make sure that like all the shingles that are actually like loose and can cause like a water intrusion are completely covered up and I don't need to like fully worry about it. I did manage to get all that done.
Oh, good.
But as I was finishing up the last section, I was handing stuff off to the wife and I went, yeah, I think I'm done for now because I feel woozy. And she's like, are you okay?
Telling me about this.
I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like I'm gonna throw up. And then I started vomiting.
Oh God.
But I was just throwing up all the water that I was chugging.
Well, yeah.
I did that a whole bunch of times.
Chug it.
She was like, you need to get in an ice cold shower right now. So I was like, all right. As I'm walking into the house, I'm still vomiting fucking water. So I get inside and I'm like, all right, do I take all my clothes off and get in the shower? I was like, nah. I just took my shoes off and I just sat in the shower and took the thing and I just put the fucking the shower head on my feet with ice cold water and like 5 minutes later I felt fine. But yeah, I got heat stroke.
You gotta pay the fuck attention, dude.
And that pretty much fucked me for the entire weekend. I have been all fucked up from having to lift all the heavy stuff and then the vomiting. My neck all right here is just sore. Turning my neck hurts. Lifting anything hurts.
Do this today then
because I need to get it done because the end of June this month we're going to Universal, so we're going to be gone for a week, so we need to start recording more so I have shit to fucking edit and have. So I was like fuck it, might as well just do it. I've this is the first time in like a year that it's just been like lazy like weekend. So I was like, all right, fuck it. That's everything I've been doing since we've been off. How have you?
I've done nothing. I know
you said you needed to find something relaxing to do after your relaxing Gundam building and painting.
Oh my God, dude, I was fucking going like ham trying to get that thing done, but
was that the purple one that you sent in the video?
Yeah, and then I finally figured out how to do editing on my fucking phone instead of doing it on the computer, so that worked out well. But no,
what were you editing?
The small videos of what it was. Like I have a turntable, it broke. Evidently, I gotta get I
lazy
put it
Susan?
on and yeah, you know, like a model one where just spin. Well, excuse me, don't buy a cheap one because if you buy a cheap one, they might go a little hot and the thing that holds that gets hot and then it no longer turns because it melts to it.
You're talking like an actual like powered motorized. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking like a manual one. Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, it's motorized. So mine's all kind of fucked up. So like I was put mine on it. Took a little video and I was trying to edit the video because I want to start doing that blue sky crap.
Okay.
So I'm trying to go through my videos. I cleared a bunch of them out and started learning how to do it on my phone. But that's about as exciting as my life has been.
Don't forget, you can transfer the stuff onto your PC. I gave you a copy
I'm slowly doing
of like the full what is it called? DaVinci Resolve. You have like the full studio version of DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah.
So,
I would just have to transfer it to it. That's all.
Like, I personally would prefer you, quote, learning how to edit.
I know you need me to learn it on that. Yes, I know.
So that you can help me with the editing.
I just have to get it. I just have to upload it to it.
That was so funny when you were like, "Oh yeah, I need to do something relaxing because I just finished this huge painting job." I was like, "Since when do you paint cars at work?" You're like, "No, I don't do that."
No, never.
I'm like, wait, are you talking about the relaxation hobby? You need to find a hobby for your hobby?
It is. Listen, when you're trying to get a good color scheme down, man, you gotta want to try to get it just right. And it was my first full paint job. all the other ones
God.
were like, a little bit of mixtures. It was a full paint job.
God, it was so funny.
So we digress. We digress.
All right, let's get into some production facts. I only have some. Hard Eyes is a 2025 horror comedy directed by a comedian that I know from College Humor and Dropout TV, Josh Rubin. As much as I know Josh for his comedy, which the man is just outright fucking hilarious. He also has a pretty solid record for the horror genre. He did 2020's horror comedies Scare Me, which he wrote, directed, and produced, and starred in alongside, I believe her name is Aya Cash, who was the racist Nazi woman from The Boys.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I forget. Stormfront. She was Stormfront in The Boys. I think like the second or third season of The Boys. He also directed the 2021 horror comedy Werewolves Within, which was a great movie, and I'd love to cover at some point.
Yes.
Which starred Sam Richardson from Veep, Detroiters, I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson.
He's hilarious.
Voiced Norval Rogers in Velma, which wasn't a great show, but wasn't terrible either.
Never watched Velma yet.
It's not as bad as everyone fucking said it was, but it's definitely not Scooby-Doo. But that also starred, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name right, Milana Vaintrub from Werewolves Within.
I don't know her.
Yeah, she's from This Is Us. She's the voice of Squirrel Girl in a bunch of Marvel Rising animated projects.
And Verizon.
Well, no, AT&T. She's the AT&T saleswoman, Lily.
She's funny as shit.
Yeah. Well, she's I don't think she's a comedian. I think she's an improv comic. I think she does improv comedy.
Oh, she does funny movies though. Like I've seen a few of her other movies that she's been in, but she's fucking funny.
Yeah, no, she's hilarious. She's beautiful. It's all around good. He also directed the mockumentary for Netflix, Death to 2021, and that had a star-studded cast. That was Hugh Grant, Joe Keery from Stranger Things, William Jackson Harper from The Good Place. He was Chidi, Lucy Liu, Tracy Ullman, Stockard Channing, Kristen Milotti from The Penguin, and the mother in How I Met Your Mother. Josh Rubin is a competent director and knows how to like pick good actors for his roles.
Get it done.
But Hard Eyes was also written by Philip Murphy, Michael Kennedy, and Christopher Landon. Landon is also one of the producers, and Christopher Landon...
Why do I know that name?
He directed Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. He also directed Freaky.
Okay.
He directed
Freaky was amazing.
He directed Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones, and Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse.
Watch that too.
He also... He wrote Disturbia. He wrote the screenplay and the story for that, which I really like that movie. He wrote the screenplay for Paranormal Activity 2, Paranormal Activity 3, Paranormal Activity 4, Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones. He wrote the script for Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, Freaky, Happy Death Day to You. Well, no, he directed those. Now these are his writing credits.
Jesus Christ.
He also wrote, it said Paranormal Activity Next of Kin. But
that's not out yet, is it?
No, it's out. It just also wasn't very good. I think it was supposed to be
That's probably why I don't know about it. Straight to
what site? It was like a straight to streaming. I just don't remember if it was Netflix, Amazon, or one of those. It was it was one of those. But it wasn't good. I think it was supposed to be I think it was supposed to be like a soft reboot of the Paranormal Activity franchise, but they just they missed the mark. It didn't make sense. They made it too broad, and it needs to be like more contained. Happy Eyes stars Mason Gooding, and the other main star is Olivia Holt. It also stars Jordana Brewster and Devon Sawa, who I think the last thing I saw him in was Chucky, the Chucky series. I like that he Jordana Brewster's been around like fucking forever. It's nice to see her getting back into the horror genre and not just doing those terrible fucking Fast and the Furious movies that just we're going to space, and it's like whatever, man.
I know. When I saw her in it, I was like, oh shit, like that's her.
Yeah,
I haven't seen her in anything in forever.
Yeah, because it's like all she's really been doing lately is Fast and the Furious. That's it. And it's like,
they beat
all right.
that horse dead.
Olivia Holt was really good. She was really fucking funny. Mason was really fucking good too. I didn't really like Olivia's friend Monica.
Oh God, no.
She was annoying.
I did not like her at all. I didn't like the way.
I'm sure
she was a bad She was a bad like co-star for that character.
Yeah, it's like I'm sure her name is Gigi Zimbato. I'm sure she is perfectly fine. I don't think I've seen her in anything else. It's like she's been in like 3 episodes of The Rookie, which is probably I've seen her because I watched The Rookie. Actually, because she's also on The Rookie Feds, so she might be a cop on one of those things.
Oh.
But yeah, like I haven't really seen her in anything else. The character of her was just fucking awful, just terrible.
I didn't like it at all.
Olivia and Monica's boss, Crystal Kane, played by Michaela Watkins. I hated her accent.
Yes.
It was awful. I don't know why that's like what they decided to go with, because it was so bad to see her in like so many good roles, and then all of a sudden she's playing this weird fucking character. It's like, all right, man, sure, I guess. But that's about all I have for production facts. What are your spoiler-free thoughts about Hard Eyes?
I guess not a spoiler-free. Growing up, we had movies like these, but I felt like they weren't as corny as this one, and I felt this was made to purposely kind of be that way. Like we had the Bloody Valentine, we had like holiday films, but they weren't like this comedy one. So I think like they kind of mashed it together, because it could even be called romantic comedy.
Yeah, if there was no
slasher,
murder, if there was no like murder, it would be a romantic comedy.
So it's like a spoiler-free. I don't know how to do it without getting like into the fucking movie.
It's like I enjoyed the film. Like it was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed it the third time.
Yeah, I watched it.
By the third time, I was like, okay, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
I didn't like it because of I felt I was expecting a Bloody Valentine.
Here's a big problem with you though. You're also the type of person that's, because what is this rated? Let me see.
Yeah, if it's not a rated R, I normally don't watch it.
Okay, yeah, this is rated R probably for some of those fucking kills.
It really didn't need to be. It could have been rated PG-13.
Yeah,
it could have. Some of the kills could have been.
All the kills were really good.
Yeah, they were actually.
Some were a little bit too CG, but then like the kill in the van with the fucking couple.
Oh god, with that was great. Fucking long sword.
Yeah, that was was great.
Any kill with a long sword's a good kill.
For me, like I love comedy, and even though I watch a lot
comedy horror is amazing.
Even though I watch a lot of found footage, my favorite genre besides slasher, because like my favorite series of films is Friday the 13th, then Evil Dead.
Yeah,
I really like horror comedy, because if it's just horror, violence, it's kind of it's kind of the thing with like why we won't cover like torture porn on the channel anymore. There's no stop. It just keeps going.
Whoa. Yeah. Viewers, we don't do it. We've never done it ever. We did mention it. We didn't cover any of it.
Yeah, we did. I spit on your grave.
We did. We did do that full episode?
Yep, we did the full episode on I Spit on Your Grave. And we were fucking miserable talking about it.
Yeah, we never did it ever again.
And then even The Hills Have Eyes. The Hills Have Eyes is a rape revenge.
That was on our list, yeah.
Yeah, and we covered it too.
We're like, that's not gonna. No, we did.
Yeah, we did the original 70s version. It's because like you need some break.
You need boundary. Yeah.
Like it just can't be full tilt, which is why I'm excited to watch In a Violent Nature, because that's supposed to be all from the aspect of the killer. Right. And I think they're doing a sequel that is from the perspective of the victims.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What I really liked about this is one, Mason and Olivia are extremely fucking likable. I think
they're funny. They're funny.
Them together, just trying to have a fucking meet cute.
A normal day. Yeah, like a normal goddamn date. Like
it's like he's trying a little bit too hard to be romantic, and she's like all butthurt from a fucking breakup, and like her fucking commercials just like show it, and you can
Oh
tell she
my
doesn't
God.
fucking mean it. And
that commercial, man, I'm like, I get it what you meant, but like, this is not the way to go about.
You're trying to sell fucking jewelry, my guy. Like, that's not how you go about it.
You went a little artsy here.
Her leaving him while they're getting attacked, and then later like meeting up again.
Well, you left me before.
And him not wanting to talk to her, and her just like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I was like, "You left me." She's like, "No, I didn't." No, you left me.
You
it's
left
like
me.
that's the realest fucking shit. It's like, yeah. So it's like, I understand from your point of view, like you're looking at like Hard Eyes, and you're like, okay, we're getting like a My Bloody Valentine. And then it's like by the third time, and you like the first time you're like, I was expecting more.
It's a lot comical, yes.
Then by the third time you're like, all right, I could see.
You can take it in more, you know what I mean? You can
it's like,
you can soak in the goodness of it.
I'm not sitting here expecting just to have my fucking day ruined by like absolute fucking violence and shit. You know what I mean?
It was like, okay,
it's like, we're good.
Fun. Yeah, we're having fun here. These two are having a catch-22 day. Nothing's going their way.
Yeah, no, I like the film. I would definitely say everyone should go see it. I unfortunately did not get to go see it.
It's on Netflix. Don't go see it.
Yeah, I wanted to go see it in theaters, but time
I thought this was not direct to Netflix.
No, this was in theaters.
Oh, well, I honestly could say it's deserved. It was a good enough movie that I would say yes, it should be in theaters. It would have done well at a premiere and stuff. I think
it did okay. The budget was 18 million. It was released on February 7th, so like that's perfect. That's perfect. You release it just in time for Valentine's Day.
Just in time,
and that's great. And it budget of 18 million. It made 32.9. Rotten Tomato of 81%. Cinema score of like B+. That's if C's get degrees, a B- ain't bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was coming. It was like I think released alongside like Love Hurts, Dogman. That's probably why I didn't see it, because the kid wanted to go see Dogman instead.
Dogman, yeah.
And then there was also some sci-fi thriller called Companion. I don't know what that's about.
I don't think I saw that.
But that was there too. I would definitely say this is absolutely worth a watch.
Definitely a couples film if guys are into that.
Oh yeah, definitely watch this on like Valentine's Day with a loved one. But you ready to get into the plot? Yeah, right.
With a loved one.
The film opens with a douchebag couple in a very romantic location. The dude feeds his girlfriend a strawberry just to have her bite into it, realizing that there's an engagement ring in it. She quietly flips out on him, reminding him that she said not to put the ring in her food.
Which I could understand.
Yeah, you don't want to choke on it, but it's going to get so much worse. He apologizes and takes the ring out of the goop in her hand.
It was it was nasty.
She went, and then he just like, that made me want to vomit. He takes the ring out of the goop that's in her hand. He goes to propose and is interrupted by a hidden photographer, videographer. I don't know what the fuck exactly they're supposed to be.
Event photo.
Yeah, I just don't know if he was just specifically doing like photography or if he was doing video too. Proposal? Because like if you're there and you're doing that, he's obviously been sitting there and waiting. So the excuse that sun flares messed up the shot
that wasn't real. That wasn't real.
Yeah, you've been there long enough that like
in a meaningful manner.
Yeah,
he didn't even say it in a meaningful manner. That he did that purposely. He knew that dude was that couple were a dick.
Yeah, they're absolute assholes. The boyfriend, I guess, yells at the guy, basically telling him that he will. Did he say he'll ruin him, or did he say that he'll kill him?
No,
I don't remember
he was
which.
talking about Yelp or something. He's like, I'll give you bad reviews.
Yeah, because he was like,
Yelp, you fucking
he said, because he said something like, I'll fucking ruin you.
Reviews. Yeah, he's like, I'll ruin you on Yelp or something like that. And he's like, I'm not even fucking on Yelp, you ass.
And so he yells and he goes,
okay,
take her.
I'm not on that.
He goes, take her from the top. It's at this whole scene that's playing out. This is an absolutely real thing that happens. I hate couples that are like this. The thing I hate more than couples doing stupid shit like this are the people that do the fucking baby fucking explosions.
Gender reveals.
Yeah, it's two stupid fucking like things, and I hate that more and more people are doing shit like this.
Doing them.
It's like just do it. Like you don't need to
Why
fucking.
Does it gotta be a spectacle?
But after proposing again, they call the guy, but his now fiance snatches the phone from him, and it goes right to voicemail. And that would be because while they were doing their proposal all over again, the Hard Eyes killer stabbed the photographer through the camera lens into his eye, killing him pretty quick.
Dun, dun, dun.
While she has her back turned, her fiance gets shot with an arrow and he's killed. That was quick, but I also don't even remember where the hell he got shot. She turns around seeing him and then takes off fucking running. Cross bolts flying all over the goddamn place, and she ends up hiding among the grapes.
Hiding among the grapes. That sounds so weird.
I know. She is eventually located by HEK, which is what he ends up being called, like throughout the movie.
Yeah, which was corny.
When he calls her cell.
And the cell phone goes off. And
it's a stupid it's a stupid fucking
trope
ringtone. I don't know why, like, you, especially like if you're doing like all this romantic shit, why isn't your phone on silent?
Silent. Mine, I've noticed that I've been slowly getting into the mode of putting my phone on silent. I wasn't even that part. Like, I just recently started noticing. I'm like, wow, my phone's been on silent more. I'm just tired of fucking hearing it ring.
Yep.
I am. I'm just tired of hearing the fucking thing ring.
I have specific, like, my ringtone for my wife is the song from, what is it, Nora from Queens? Like Aquafina is Nora from Queens. The song that's made from her queef.
I have that song.
That's my ringtone for the wife.
So
whenever she texts me,
it's not my wife's ringtone, but I have that ringtone.
Yeah, the entire thing plays. So it's like I can't even get it to stop once it starts. So it's like, oh fuck. So it's like once she's home or something, it's like, no, it's off. But yeah, so she gets caught and goes to run, but she gets shot in the leg. That doesn't stop her. She still manages to get away and makes it to some back area where she runs into a security guard who tells her she has to leave, completely ignoring the fact that she has an arrow in her leg, but you know, that's whatever. Yeah. The Hard Eyes killer dude enters and shoots the guard before he can even fucking do anything. I would have thought that a security guard, the second they see a masked person walk into
would be like
room,
kind of
would
like
immediately pull a weapon.
Yeah,
but no, well, it's whatever.
You would think that
she uses this distraction to hide in what I'm assuming is like a grape rusher or something. But Hard Eyes easily finds her, locks her in the barrel, and then turns the machine on, and we get a nice popping body explosion before the title card.
Yeah, that was a good brutal death.
Yeah, it's during the intro we hear on the news that for the past few years, a serial killer known as Hard Eyes has moved from different cities in the United States, killing multiple couples on Valentine's Day. And now in the present year, Hard Eyes has moved to Seattle. At a cafe in the city, Allie McCabe, a pitch designer for a jewelry company who has recently broken up with her boyfriend Colin, is waiting for her coffee with her friend Monica.
This poor girl.
While waiting, the TV newscaster is talking all about the previous victims of the Hard Eyes killer and how he has made his way to Seattle, and the current victim count is 4. The people at the winery. Thinking her order was called, she heads up to the counter where she meets Jay, who just so happened to order the exact same thing. It is a terrible sounding drink.
It does sound.
After some light flirting, they head over to grab some extra sugar for their coffee that they could have just had the people put in the coffee beforehand, but whatever. Allie manages to make a complete fool of herself, first accidentally headbutting Jay, and then hitting him in the nose with the back of her head so hard that she gives him a bloody nose where it's just pouring all over the place. This was, you can conceivably say that like the opening scene with that douchebag influencer-esque couple in the beginning is kind of like meta commentary and comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was
kind of poke fun.
It was right here that I was like, I like this movie. It was this scene where this couple meets, because she gets up accidentally hitting him in the nose, blood all over his face, and embarrassed, she just grabs napkins, throws it in his face, and goes, "It's nice to meet you," and runs out. So it was like, that's hilarious, because I can legitimately see someone doing that, being so embarrassed, you're like, I don't know what to do, and just like throwing shit and walking away. At work, oh, and I also like that as she's leaving, Monica's like, I'm so sorry for her, she's getting fired today.
She's getting fired today too.
Yeah,
it's like, that's
leaves.
terrible that she said that. Like, yeah, I like that. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe they said that. And then it cuts to the whole entire thing of it, and I'm like, oh my god.
At work, Allie is ridiculed for a commercial she made.
Ridiculed. That's a word that we need to use for that.
a commercial she made for a company, for her company that sells jewelry involving doomed couples. It was like Bonnie and Clyde, and I think Thelma and Louise at one point, Romeo and Juliet.
And what's your name?
Jack and Rose and shit.
Rose, yeah.
It was a great commercial. I just don't think that's how you sell. Yeah, I don't think that's how you sell jewelry for Valentine's Day, you know? But they all find it kind of gross considering the history surrounding the Hard Eyes killer. It's seen as offensive.
And the most recent killers.
And the comments on
were brutal.
On the video with this, she should kill herself. We should dox her.
Yeah.
What's her? It's like, Jesus Christ, my guy.
What's her address?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Allie's boss, Crystal, orders her to work with the consulting advertiser that's coming in, who happens to be
dun 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 Jay.
This is the Jay that Allie had accidentally assaulted earlier.
Broke his goddamn nose open, it seems like.
We now cut back to the winery. This is at the winery because I don't think they ever go to the spa.
Yeah, the cops. No, the cops are there, I think.
This is where we meet
Miss.
Jordana Brewster's character and Devon Sawa's character, detectives Janine Shaw and Zeke Hobbs. No relation to the Fast and Furious movies.
I know.
Hobbs and Shaw. They arrive at the winery investigating HEK's crime scene. Shaw is neck deep in trying to find a date, while Hobbs is creepily making very forward passes at her. While looking around, they discover a wedding ring with the engraved initials JS. I wonder if that's gonna, BJ, but we'll find out. Back at work, Allie is packing up her office when Crystal asks what the fuck she's doing. She's clearly packing up because she assumes she's fired. It's like this dude is here to take my
contract.
And it's like, nah. Crystal informs her that because she still has like 6 months left on her contract, she's gonna fucking milk her for everything she's got.
Which makes sense.
Which, I mean, she doesn't want to just sit there serving this dude fucking coffee, but, contract's a contract. While hiding in the bathroom with Monica, doom scrolling the comments for that just awful commercial.
That shitty release,
that Crystal did okay. She did okay the commercial. The whole pitch. She did say okay. And now it's like, this is bad taste. You okayed it. She handed the pitch deck in. You looked it over. You were like, this is awesome.
She doesn't look it over. No, nobody looked it over.
Jay comes into the bathroom and she's a little freaked out. I was a little like, that's kind of weird. And then it's like, he's like, I mean, it's a unisex bathroom, so I can come in. And it's like, all right. He suggests that they have dinner that night to gain inspiration for the new commercial that they have to try to pitch and make. She initially says no, but he talks her into it. So while out at lunch, we learn two things. Monica has a sugar daddy, or as she prefers to call this elderly man her sponsor.
Sponsor, that's what it was. Yeah, the sponsor. Well, yeah, we all need sponsors like that.
And that, because what does she have, like $100,000 in like debt that this dude just like paid off?
Yeah, no,
like,
I don't think it was
insane.
Like 2,500. It wasn't like it wasn't as that much.
No, I think it was like a lot. That's why she was like, I'll cover shit. And she's like, he paid it off and gave me his credit card. But we also learn that more HEK victims were discovered at a spa. Monica wants to help Allie get over her ex, that she still seems to be stalking on social media by getting her to sleep with Jay.
Because that's always the smartest of ideas.
Well, I mean, sometimes you just got to get laid. Monica is going to go take Allie out and get her a new sexy outfit for her date. Not date, all paid for with her sponsor's credit card. This is a cute dress-up montage scene. That could have been boring. It's like really, you need it for something. You didn't need it, but at the same time,
it's filler.
It's like the part where like she's coming out. A lot of the outfits that she's wearing are great outfits. Olivia Holt isn't an ugly woman. Like she's a very attractive fucking woman. So pretty much everything that she was in, she looked great in. But I love that one outfit that she was in, and Monica's just like, yes, and she's like, no, there's too much skin. She's like, no, you're wearing that. She's like, there's too much skin. It's like, it's like, that was good. It would have been better if there was like more shit like that with the antagonizing like nature of it, but it didn't last that long. It was one of those things where it's like, people will harp on. It's like, what is this, a fucking chick flick? It's a fucking dress up Barbie makeover scene, blah blah blah. And it's like,
but they did it quick enough where it's not gonna be that big.
It was like 2.5-3 minutes. Like, it doesn't fucking matter. It was literally
the movie's not plaguing to just one thing. It's also going to plague to maybe the women's side of it.
Allie arrives on time for her not date with Jay, and Jay is fashionably late. I would say fashionably late, but I feel like the maitre d' or what are they called?
Concierge?
No. Why am I brain farting on the
busboy
server? The person that takes your order.
Waiter?
Yeah, there you go. Jeez, why was I fucking spacing on that word? Holy shit.
Waiter?
The person that waits on you. The waiter?
Jesus Christ. What the fuck just happened?
It's a lot of coffee.
I'm the one
it's a
that
long...
smokes a lot of weed. Like, yeah, okay there, pal.
I feel like he comes over like a couple of times to be like, hey, is your date actually coming and stuff like that. So I feel like Jay was a little bit more than just fashionably late, but he does show up. He's very charming, and Allie grows very hostile as they begin to question each other's views on love.
She was very argumentative when he was asking, just like, getting to know you shit too. I'm not trying to like just take his side, but I was like, well, you came into this very like.
Here's the thing that
I understand why she was hostile. She thought, because to lose a job to him.
But like, she didn't know it was going to be him, and he keeps saying like, I'm not taking your job. He's literally just someone that just like comes in. Yeah.
How many people get train their replacement? You're not getting replaced, and then you find out you're training the fucking replacement.
Yeah, because like Jay is a super romantic guy, but he's still single, while Allie is just bitter about her breakup, which from all that I can tell, she broke up with her boyfriend.
It sounds like,
right? Everything that has pointed to,
it sounds like that.
Everything that like it seems to point to is like she broke up with her boyfriend, but now she's mad that he has a new girlfriend, and it's like what were you expecting?
That's your fault. That's not his fault.
Like, I'm really confused about why you're fucking mad that the guy you dated, and I don't know if it's because she was in school to be a doctor, I think.
Yes.
But she has a thing with blood, so she dropped out of that. So I don't know if they dated then, and because she wasn't going to be a doctor anymore, she got like all bitter and weird, and then they broke up. Like, I don't know. They don't really go too deep into it, but it was just like her being so anti anything fucking romance while also doom scrolling her ex's fucking Instagram feed and pining over him. It was just weird. It was kind of weird, and I think that's the only thing that I didn't like. Yeah, because it's the only thing that I didn't really like about the whole movie is just her being so anti-love. Like, it just didn't make sense. It's not like, well, he cheated on you with 15 girls and you guys were about to get married. All the information that we're given is you guys are together for a while. They might have were gonna get married, but then you broke up with him, and then he got a new girlfriend because you broke up with him.
Yeah, you can't be mad at that.
And then you just decide to sit in your home alone all the time. Like, that's a decision that you're making.
That's a personal choice, is what it sounds like.
He decided, well, if the girl that I was going to marry is going to fucking dump me, I'm not going to fucking sit at home and eat fucking Haagen-Dazs all day. I'm going to fucking go out and meet someone new. So it's just, it's weird. I don't know. That's like the only thing I didn't like about her character, but like her and Jay together, which is super funny. During this whole thing, Jay can tell Allie was hurt in a breakup, which is probably why her commercial was ass, and she doesn't even really like her job. That's the other thing. He can tell.
Seems like she did, but she
doesn't like her job
at one point. But it seemed like she was good at one point and got very jaded because of her relationship. You could tell that it went from like a good work environment. Like she got somewhere. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And then,
she got up there, she's
went,
at the table.
Yeah, then it went like
she came up with this one, and it was not.
Instead of just like accepting and acknowledging the fact that she's wearing like all of her emotions on her sleeve and in no way, shape, or form masking any of her feelings, she just like verbally attacks Jay. Offended, Jay leaves and Allie follows. Outside, she apologizes and then sees her ex-boyfriend Colin approaching with his new girlfriend, so she just grabs Jay by the face and starts kissing him.
Because this is what you do to a complete stranger. However, you just got like blown up on.
Across the street, however, Hard Eyes is watching their kiss, and boy, does it look like an intense kiss.
Oh, it does look like an intense kiss, because those bitches got some fucking chemistry.
They talk for a little bit. Apparently, her ex and his new girlfriend are going to the same restaurant that they were at because they were supposed to go to dinner with the couple that died at the winery
like a day ago.
And when she asked, like, well, why are you still going?
Why would you have
to dinner?
Still kept going to dinner?
You have to honor their memory.
Waste a good in a reservation. Like,
yeah,
what?
You can't waste a reservation. You honor their memory by going to the dinner and enjoying the delicious food.
I was jaw dropped on that one. I was like, oh my god,
douchebags, douchebags being douchebags.
Yeah, that's what that was.
They go their separate ways, and Jay is about to hop into a cab, but she jumps in first and tells the cab driver to add another stop to his tab and take her to her apartment. They get there, she gets out. They seem like they're on friendly terms. The cab driver's all like, oh, tell her you love her and blah, blah, blah. And he's just like,
oh my God.
No, we're coworkers.
Just stop, relax. Yeah. This isn't what it is. And this dude is just hard. Doesn't he put on music too? He puts on like he puts on fucking music in the background, and this poor dude, he just dies just because he believed in love.
Jay tells him, you know what, just wait. I have a feeling she doesn't have her keys, which she doesn't. I don't know how she lost her keys. Whatever. She can't get in, so Jay decides that he's gonna, be chivalrous. He tells him to wait. He's gonna help her get in. She says, no, it's okay. I'll just break the window. And he's like, do you even know, like, how to break the window? She's like, of course. And he's like, just let me do it.
He doesn't.
And then he does it and fucking slices his hand open. So they go, they go up and try to tend to his wounds. And this is where they actually begin to connect.
Connect. Yeah.
This is another thing that I like. I like this gender flip, because usually when shit like this happens, the way like she's running around trying to clean stuff up really quick, it's usually always a fucking dude having to like hide porn and hide like dirty underwear and shit.
Oh my god, the fucking dildo thing. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's great. Like as she's like fixing up his hand and they're talking.
I'm like, wait a minute, did that just happen? Did she just grab that off the fucking head? I was like, oh my god, it's like every fucking TikTok video.
It's like as she's like wrapping up his hand, she like looks over his shoulder and it's just right on her nightstand.
It's just there.
And she's just looking at it. So she's like, yeah, shit. So she's got to hide that, because that would be super fucking embarrassing. And this is another scene that's super fucking funny. She manages to grab the dildo quietly, which I'm sure when he walked into her room and sat down, he saw the dildo there.
You didn't think that? You don't not see that. It was fucking brightly colored. Like you noticed that on a dresser.
What I love is she goes to like go put it in the closet, and when she opens it, Hard Eyes is in her closet and just instinctively throws the fucking dildo at his face.
Right, bounces right off of it. She's like, no.
But yeah, Hard Eyes is hiding out in the closet, and she throws the dildo vibrator at his face. Doesn't do fucking anything except it lands on the floor and turns itself on. Hard Eyes starts attacking. Jay tries to protect her, throwing Hard Eyes back. They manage to get out of the room and lock the door, but Hard Eyes has a giant fucking knife that can, go through doors. So that's what it does. He starts doing that.
Chopping through some motherfuckers.
But they manage to get outside, and they're running for the cab driver, telling him to start the car and to go, when he gets shot in the face and his head basically fucking explodes too.
Poor dude, just doomph, gone.
It's funny the amount of times that, because Hard Eyes kills couples, and the amount of times that they have to stop and yell. It kills everyone else, like anyone that gets in his way. But the amount of times they have to turn around and like yell at Hard, we're not a couple. We are not a couple. And it's like, I don't fucking care. Not a couple, doesn't matter. We're fucking killing.
Your tongues were in each other's mouth. You were
we saw the sparks.
Each other's up. We knew. We saw it. We saw the zing. We all saw that fucking movie.
They end up running down an alley since the cab driver's head exploded. They're not getting away that way. HEK manages to grab a hold of Allie, so Jay grabs I think the thing is called a stanchion, if I remember correctly, and attacks him, only for Jay to get knocked out. This is what I was talking about in the spoiler-free section, where Allie just flees to a carnival area. Jay gets knocked the fuck out, laying on his back, out cold, And Allie's just like,
everyone for
deuces.
themselves. Well, I mean, like, what the fuck was she gonna do? She wasn't gonna drag them.
She wasn't gonna be able to do anything.
Twice her size.
She's very small. She manages to stay alive long enough at the carnival area, because I think she's on the merry-go-round, that the cops finally arrive. So Hard Eyes disappears, and this is when detectives Hobbs and Shaw go to question Allie, because the cop gets there, they're watching her, and is like, they got him, they caught him, blah, blah, blah. Hobbs and Shaw show up and question her when she spots Jay in the back of the cop car, and she tries to go talk to him to see if he's okay, but he's not talking to her because she ditched him. Allie finds out that they are arresting Jay for the murders because they found him with the killer's mask and weapon. He's knocked out cold, laying on the ground. They didn't find the mask on him.
We know.
They
know it didn't happen.
But they found him knocked out on the floor, the mask next to him, the knife next to him. The stuff wasn't on him. So why would you just assume? If Allie's saying, no, he was chasing us, he was in my house trying to kill both of us. No, it was him. It's like, no,
you already knew. We all knew it was Nate because we were the viewers. But like, even that sounded like it was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean that.
Like, I know he was knocked out. Like,
that kind of leads towards, like, more meta conversations about policing in America. It's like, well, he has the stuff, so he's clearly that. So the cops just go hone in on that one thing. You don't look at other stuff. So he's just like, well, no, he's got it, so he's clearly the one that did it, and then all the fucking resources go towards that.
So many cases.
So it's like, it's just more meta commentary. At the station, Hobbs and Shaw point out Jay's initials match the ones on the ring, the wedding ring, mind you, found at the winery, and that he was in the same cities at the same time as the killer's previous attacks.
Coincidentally.
That's weird. But after, God, it's so confusing. Is it, which one is Devon Sawa? Is he Shaw or is he Hobbs?
Oh, I don't remember okay.
Devon Sawa's character, he walks out, he leaves, and this is when Jordana Brewster like takes off her jacket, and fucking Jay is all like, I'm not married, that's not my ring, and then she's kind of flirting with him.
Yes, she was very flirty, and
he kind of notices it too, and I'm just like, oh, Jesus Christ. While all that's happening, Allie is in the lobby with desk officer Fran, who is of no help, and IT technician David. On his way out, David asks Allie out on a date, but she declines because she was almost killed a little while ago. And secondly, isn't it super creepy to be hitting on someone that is acting hysterical in a police station? Right?
Maybe.
It's like she is asking about someone that she was just with, as she was being her friend or partner or whatever were just attacked by the Hard Eyes killer, and she's like being hysterical and like yelling at people like, I want to know what's going on, where is he, what's the blah 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 blah, and then you come and go, hey, don't I know you from like Bumble or something, would you want to go get coffee? Like, this is not the right time.
No, this is not the goddamn time. This
is stupid. Officer Fran interrupts Jay's interrogation to let Shaw know about Allie, and when she comes out to handle Allie, she comes out bitchy as all hell, saying weird shit like he's perfect for a little girl like her. That's weird.
It is weird.
What does that mean? It is
weird.
Allie and Jay are like the same age, so what does that
They're
mean?
Supposed to be.
Yeah, that's weird. The power goes out and Shaw goes to get it turned back on, but when Fran goes to get a flashlight from the closet, Hard Eyes appears and kills her with the flagpole that Allie previously grabbed, thinking that Hard Eyes was in there when Fran left her alone and she thought she heard like a sound. Hobbs. Yeah, this is Hobbs now. So this would be Devon Sawa. He leaves Jay cuffed in the interrogation room, and out in the hallway is confronted by Hard Eyes, who escapes after stabbing Hobbs in the dick and I guess killing him. I don't remember if he killed him, but I'm gonna assume he's dead now.
I assumed he died. Yes,
yeah. Allie finds Jay and he tells her to go get the keys from Hobbs. HEK enters the room and begins attacking Jay when Allie rescues him, shooting out the glass and then missing every other shot that she fires.
Every single thing.
It's almost as if she was doing it with her fucking eyes closed.
Purposely.
How do you miss that bad? Hard Eyes leaves, and then they flee to a drive-in movie theater where they begin to connect again while hiding in the front seat of a van, while two hippies fuck in the back.
Oh my God. And they were trying to tell him, shh.
And
they just kept going louder and louder And I'm like, good gracious, man.
It was fucking hilarious when they're like, the Hard Eyes killer is here. You have to be quiet. And they're like, oh yeah, let's role play. It's like, Jesus Christ.
That was so bad.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna stab you with my dick.
What they should have done is they should have had like a foot come out of nowhere and like rub the ear.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And then jostle his hair or some shit. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Searching for Allie and Jay, Hard Eyes wanders into the drive-in and slaughters a bunch of moviegoers. The couple in the back of the van, like we said, begin to get way too loud, drawing Hard Eyes' attention, where he finds and kills both of them with a long sword in a dope fucking kill, driving the sword like straight down into the dude's like throat, he's like laying down, and then grabbing the chick and just slamming her head down on the fucking hilt. Oh, it was so fucking good. It was fucking gory. What? Because like, did he slam it down and then lift her head back up, and then we see through the hole, right?
Yes. Then propped her up, kind of like how they had the gunshot one in the remake for Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. So fucking good. So good. In the frenzy, Jay and Allie escape, but while all the people are freaking out and running around, they realize it's their fault for even luring the guy here and getting a bunch of these people killed, so they decide to fight back. Also, the dude that is screaming for someone to call 911 is the director, Josh Rubin. While he is terrorizing a lesbian couple in their car, they call out to HEK, which causes him to ignore the other couple and chase after them. Jay realizes that they need a weapon, and Allie pulls out her metal straw, but he points out that sword that was used on the hippies would be a much better fucking weapon. In a scuffle with HEK, Jay is dazed, and Allie grabs I think it's a fire extinguisher, but I don't know where the fuck fire extinguisher even came from, and cracks HEK in the head.
I would think anywhere.
Yeah, but I mean, like, she just
building, weren't they?
No, they're outside in a drive-in theater.
Drive-in theater. There's gonna be a bunch of them anywhere out there too. It's cars.
Just like, it looked like it was just like on the floor.
Oh, well,
that was the thing that was like weird. I was just like there, but it's whatever. No one cares. So yeah, she cracks HEK in the head, and he's only dazed for a second, and then he begins to choke her, only for Jay to grab
badly.
Jay grabs Hard Eye's knife and fatally wounds him, and then they unmask him to reveal some dude. It's just some dude.
Like that was the dude. It looked like the dude from the dude from the elevator.
Possibly, but it's like, for the most part, like, she has no idea who this dude is. He has no idea who this dude is. And we've never been introduced to this dude. It's just a dude. They are tended to by an ambulance until Shaw, injured but alive, arrives. She offers Jay a ride because at first I think he asks if Allie wants to like go with him. Okay. And she's like, no, I'm fine. And he's like, fucking all right. Like he's still trying to like make that connection with her. Like, he likes her. Yeah. He wants to get to know her. And it's just like every moment she's just like,
I don't think she really notices it. Yeah, she's more, I don't think she's really down to see it.
But at the same time, like, she is, but she's just a dumbass.
She's susceptible, but she's just I don't want to die, which is understandable.
Shaw offers him a ride home because he's leaving in the morning to go to a wedding, I think, if I remember correctly. Like, he's leaving for a couple of days to go to a wedding, and then he's coming back and they're gonna work on shit. At home, while eating ice cream and talking to Monica, Allie realizes that she actually fell in love with Jay, and Monica tells her to fucking go get her man. Because what did Monica say when she was looking up photos of him? Did she say? It was like when they were having lunch. I think she said something like her basement just flooded, and then showed like a topless pic of the dude on Instagram, meaning she just got wet, like looking at how sexy he was. She said something like my basement just flooded and everything. So So basically she says something like that again, like go get your fucking man, go get some of that. So she's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do that. So she races to the airport to go meet Jay. Fucking is running through the crowd, and she runs up to a dude that looks like Jay, turns him around, hugging him. It's not Jay. It's not Jay.
It's not at all.
It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. The dude looks so scared.
What the fuck is happening? Yes, he does.
He looks so scared. It's like, I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Like, no. That's when she gets a call from Jay. Turns out it's not Jay. It's Shaw. She is Hard Eyes, and she took Jay. And if she wants to see Jay alive again, she needs to go meet her at, is it a cemetery? Mausoleum? Church? No, church.
A church. It was
it's like a defunct
church or something.
Yeah, it's something weird like that. So she goes to that chapel church thingy, and Hard Eyes there is, you know, fully revealed to be not only Shaw, but also David the IT guy. They are secretly a married couple.
Part of a 3 people.
And they are part of a throuple with the fanboy, who is the random fucking dude that was fucking killed by Allie and Jay.
Yeah.
They committed every single murder. They just took turns killing everyone. So I think Shaw was in the closet waiting for them. And when they ran outside, I think it was David that shot the cabbie.
Oh, okay.
I think that's like it was, because it wasn't the Hard Eyes that was chasing them. I think he said like he was like over there and shot them. So it's like they, you know, tag team basically. Yeah. So David killed the couple at the winery, losing his wedding ring. So she gives his wedding ring back to them. And their motivation for all this killing, it's a kink. Killing together is fun for them. Sure, man.
Some Dexter weird shit.
They present Allie with a choice. She can either kill herself or kill Jay. They give her a gun that has a single bullet in it, and she thinks about it, and then I think she shoots Jay in the shoulder,
but
it goes through him and hits Shaw. But I think she says that she wasn't aiming for him. Like she was full on aiming for Shaw, and once again completely fucking missed.
Yeah.
And the two couples begin to fight. Jay stabs David in the eye with one of his own arrows, which the arrow was weird. Did the arrow like do like a pop-up thing? Yeah, like it was a bolt, but was it like an expanding bolt?
It looked like one of those like prod ones,
right? Because it looked like it pops open.
Yeah.
So like I couldn't tell, and I didn't want to like hyper focus on that, but now like thinking about the scene, I'm like hyper focusing on it. When he stabs him in the eye, David falls over into a bunch of lit candles that all fall on him and just like fucking cover him in fucking wax, and I believe the word is immolates him. Meanwhile, Allie surprises Shaw as they struggle fighting each other by stabbing her in the neck with the metal straw. She manages to gain the upper hand and pushes her into a statue of St. Valentine's that has a sword,
lobbing her head off.
And dude, it going through her neck, and like her feet just like barely fucking like touching the floor, so it's like as the blood's dripping down, she's like slipping on her tippy toes and stuff. And just it's not even like her head, she was decapitated. Like, no, it was a very slow decapitation. It was so fucking cool. So cool. While they are kind of recuperating with each other, David momentarily springs back to life, but Jay shoots him dead this time with another arrow, and this finally ends all the Hard Eyes killing sprees. We cut to,
now that we know that they're dead,
we cut to 1 year later. Allie is back in medical school. She's done a lot of vomiting and like dry heaving about like all the blood, and now after all this blood, like the blood doesn't seem to fucking bother her anymore. So she did not like her fucking advertising job, so she's now back in medical school. And Jay asks Allie to move in with him, but she kind of looks apprehensive about it, and it's like, oh, is it going to be a breakup? And then she pulls out her own thing, and it turns out she's asking him to marry her.
Marry her.
Yeah, and he accepts. It's a nice ending of as a rom-com. It's nice to see them together. However,
a little bit of death in between.
We get a mid-credit scene. Allie receives a sinister phone call, which is revealed to be a prank from Monica, because Monica is a bitch. As she congratulates the couple, the call is cut off. And that is the end of Hard Eyes. Anthony, what are your final thoughts on Hard Eyes?
It grew on me. I mean, it was a funny enough film to be a rom-com with like death like spattered through it, so it hit like all points for like a couple, like we were saying, like a couples thing for like Valentine's Day. If you're that type of couple that does the horror genre for Valentine's Day, this would definitely work. Like this, Bloody Valentine. I know there's like 3 other ones. This one I feel is a more softer one than some of the other ones.
I like this. I like the lighthearted nature. I would definitely give this a 4 out of 5. It's a good change of pace from the constant just dog shit that we're usually given.
Yes. Yeah. And this is actually a relatively new movie. It isn't like an older, like the ones we watch are usually much older.
It's a good set of it's a good cast of actors. It was a tight script by a guy that's written a lot of horror. It's directed by a guy that is good at doing horror comedy. Soundtrack was great. The cinematography was good. The kills were good.
It kept going. The flow of the
it's
the
like
scene,
it did. A big problem that we end up having in a lot of these films is that the fucking like it's a 90-minute movie and it feels like it's a 4-hour fucking movie, and it shouldn't feel like that. And this didn't feel like that. But yeah, no.
Ass movie.
I would definitely give this a 4 out of 5. What about you?
I would. It's on Netflix, so it's easy for everyone to access if you have Netflix.
So that is it for this episode of the Spooky Horror Show podcast. I won't say what film we're doing next because I don't know. I don't know which one we'll do. It'll be a surprise for all of us. But remember, follow us on Blue Sky, X if you have to, Instagram, all the stuff, YouTube, all that shit, Spotify.
We're everywhere.
Links are in the description, and we will see all of you next time. Bye.
Bye.